Hi Taurus, this is Jackie from Little Angels Tarot. I am here with a motivating message, as I like to call it. So it's going to apply to Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is just going to be a message that you need to hear at this time, whether you watch it today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, I don't care. This is going to apply. You won't be drawn to this unless you need to pretty much hear it. So let's see what we got for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I got two, and I'm only supposed to be taking one, but I will take these two because I'm being told to take them. So it's supposed to be the 1-1-1 or the 1-2-3 method, or what have you, as I like to call it. But we have, look at the bigger picture. By the way, this is all about you, not you and another person. It could be you and another person, but it's really all about you. Emotions are running high. So Taurus, I feel like what's going on for you is that you are... Some of you are focusing too much on what's in front of you instead of what's going on or what could be. You're focusing on what is, like, let's say you're in a stressful situation or you're in a bind right now. You're too focused on that bind to even see beyond it. You're focused on the solution, or excuse me, you're focused on the problem instead of the solution. Does that make sense? Okay, I feel like that some of you are possibly spending too much time in your emotional self and focusing on how you feel about what's going on in front of you instead of what you could be feeling. Again, I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but if you know the law of attraction matches you with where you vibrate. So, for example, if you feel lonely, the universe is going to give you more reasons to feel lonely. If you feel stressed out, the universe is just going to give you more reasons to feel stressed out, right? So, I feel like that some of you have had a loss recently. Again, this is timeless. Have had a loss recently, or you feel like that all you're going to experience is loss because maybe you don't have as many friends as you used to, or you don't have a relationship that you want to have with another or with yourself. Some of you also feel like that some people don't feel the way that you feel. They don't understand you. They don't feel as deeply as you do when it comes to you or just overall situations with humanity, right? And I feel like that some of you, again, it's just too much focus on what's in front of you instead of focus on what is yet to come. If you want better, you need to feel better in a way. Think of memories that make you happy. Don't necessarily think of the person that made, like, let's say it was a significant other, and you had a lot of good memories with that person, right? Don't focus on the person, focus on the feeling. How did you feel in that moment? Let's say you had a lot of good memories as a child. Focus on those memories so that you can attract more of that. Don't stress yourself out about it, though, okay? So let's get some tarot. Well, I would prefer one card, but we'll see. Okay, so can I get more on this for these Taurians? That flew right out. This is the Devil card. This is Temptation, but it's a Devil card. I feel like that some of you haven't been processing your emotions the way that you would like to. As in, instead of doing something healthy about it, like, oh gosh, okay, some of you aren't even processing the brighter side of things, okay? So, when I say that, I mean some of you are honestly focused too much on the negative. Let's say you didn't get paid what you wanted to get paid, you didn't get paid as much as you should have gotten paid, you had an unexpected payment come out of your account, you had something that was unexpected bad happen to you, and in a way you're focused on, well, the negative of it. Instead of focusing on the negative of it, honestly look at what you learned from it and acknowledge what you learned from it and be happy about it. Some of you, I feel like that it does have to do with finances in your relationship with money too. Some of you might be overspenders. Really depends on your placement. You might like the finer things, right? That's usually how Tauruses are. They like the finer things. Nothing wrong with that. But like, let's say you honestly can't afford it, and then you honestly beat yourself up about it. You might even talk down to yourself in a way about, well, maybe if I was smarter with this, maybe if I had done a better job at this. This is a wide spectrum Taurus. Wow. With the other signs that I've done so far, they've all been pretty centered on one area, but I feel like Taurus that you might be focusing on too many areas at once also. That must be why you got 2 cards. The other signs only got 1 card in this section. And you saw how this card came out. This card came out like, whoop, perfect. 1 card. No issue. I feel like that some of you need to think about 1 step at a time. If I'm not happy in my love life and I've done what I can, I'm going to turn around and focus on my career. If I'm not happy with my career, I'm going to focus on myself. If I'm not happy with myself, well, guess what? That sucks because I'm stuck with myself, right? Just saying, y'all. Anywho, I also feel like that some of you need to focus on your, I want to say sacral as well as solar plexus chakras. I feel like that some of you have honestly lacked the passion that you want to have from others. You've been lacking it within your own self, right? Like, let's say when you're alone, all you do is sit in front of TV or you sit on your phone or you don't do anything creative. If anything, you might honestly just be wasting time when you do these things. You're not really focusing on what you could be doing, how you could be expanding yourself. So I feel like in a way, this is calling for you to also expand yourself because the devil isn't always a bad card, by the way. The devil can mean many things. The devil can mean, yes, it can mean vices, it can mean things like that, but it can also mean passion. And I feel like that some of you have been lacking passion for yourselves. Some of you, I strongly suggest making your own affirmations in a way. When you say affirmations daily, it's like reprogramming your mind. Like, let's say you don't have time for it, you don't want to make time for it. Go on YouTube. It could be, honestly, for Taurus, y'all, it could be any affirmation for y'all. It could be about money. It could be about being more abundant, being more passionate. It could be about loving yourself more, being happier with yourself. I strongly suggest that you pop that on while you're driving. Even if you don't want to say it out loud to yourself, at least it's being said to you. If you don't want to do that and you rather listen to tunage, I don't blame you. Go ahead and pop it on while you're sleeping. If you don't want to do that, listen to a frequency while you sleep, okay? I also feel like that some of you need to, if you are a Taurus female and you haven't already gone through with this, you need to clear out some of your friends. I feel like that some of your friends are honestly distracting you from what you really want in life. And if you've already gone through with it, I feel like that you need to be made aware that your soul tribe is coming in quickly from what I understand, okay? When I say by soul tribe, it could be people near or far, wherever they are. Guess what? You're going to be able to communicate with them the way that you want to communicate with them. It can also be a lover. You never know. So I'd like to get 1 card for Taurus as far as guidance, besides what I've already channeled for them. And I do apologize, y'all, if I sound really nasally. I do have a cold, so but I wanted to get this out there. One card, please. Y'all. Okay. I hope that, well, they're obviously going to watch this. Oh my gosh. So we have knowledge. Excuse me. Knowledge. And then we have shadow. So I feel like that some of you, again, it seems like that you haven't really been looking within. Do you see how this little boy is sitting there and he's doing his own research, he's doing his own study, he's really looking within. He's not focused on all this distraction behind him. He's focused on what's right in front of him. I feel like that some of you really need to learn how to know yourself. I also feel like know yourself is in trust yourself. The more you know and trust yourself, the more that you're able to know and trust others. So when you are more knowledgeable about yourself, your intuition, if anything, grows, right? And I feel like this would be shadow work, okay? I feel like that some of you also have been prompted to take a dive into the unknown, and the unknown could be anything. It could be spirituality. It could be, I'm sensing that someone's watching this has hardcore Native roots that they've been curious about, but they haven't really dove into. Native American, I apologize. Dive into it, whoever that is. It could be for multiple people, but I'm feeling heavy Native American energy. It's beautiful. Anyways, I'm getting chills. Anyways, I feel like that some of you also really need to learn how to appreciate yourself more. This is all about studying yourself, Taurus. I feel like that you just spend some time alone. So the motivating message here, Taurus, is to honestly um, pay attention to yourself and your wants. Don't sit here and do it in the right way. Don't sit here and be overly selfish or anything like that, because that's like the downside of a fixed sign. A fixed sign can sometimes be very selfish without realizing it because they're not explaining what's going on with them or their message well or clear enough. Um, but Taurus, I feel like that you really need to spend some time with yourself and study yourself and take a dive into the unknown, as well as um, make sure that you're focusing on what can happen instead of what is going on in front of you. There's a difference between focusing on what's going on in front of you and not being obsessed with the future or obsessed with the past and being happy in that moment. It's all about the mood and the energy, yes? So focus on a positive energy, positive mood, and move forward so that the future can be positive and in a good energy in the future. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so much.